The malt mill. Along with the grist mill, this was one of the most important industrial buildings in a medieval town. Malt, when milled properly, could be used by brewers to create ale, and ale was more valuable than water itself. In an age before anyone knew about bacteria and germs, crowded medieval towns often hopelessly polluted their own water sources. Streams were used as sewers, and for dumping butchery leftovers, greases, oils, rotted food, and other wastes. The water was often not fit to drink. But the brewing process, using heat and enzymes, killed the germs in the water, making it safe. It also added nutrients. Everyone in the medieval town drank ale, even children. Brewing starts with malt. Malt is a grain, usually barley, that has been allowed to sprout. The sprouted grain is much easier to break down into sugars and other nutrients, making a tasty and nutritious drink. A malt mill takes that sprouted grain and then grinds or bashes it to separate the seeds from the husks. But unlike a grist mill that makes flour for baking, a malt mill must leave the chopped up husks mixed in with the seeds. In the brewing process, these husks make a filter bed, which lets the liquid pass through but catches all the solids and impurities. That's why malt mills were often separate from grist mills. A grist mill's grindstone shredded the husks too fine, but other types of mill, like the hammer mill I've made, left husks perfectly processed and ready for brewing. This is the milling floor of the malt mill I've created using the Medieval Engineer's software. It's where the miller would receive deliveries and do the processing. He would add malt to the tub and then let the water-driven hammer do its work, occasionally stirring the mix to make sure it was milled evenly. If we travel around and down to the basement, you can see a bit of the construction. It's an extremely simple system. The water wheel turns the drive shaft, which has two cams attached to it. The rotating cams pull down on the vertical rod, which in turn pulls the hammer up. When the cam releases the rod, the heavy hammer falls down in the tub, smashing the malt. I'll take you to the upper floor to show you how I've connected the rod to the hammer with the tools Medieval Engineers provides. Hammer mills are used in malting, fulling cloth, and most often in smithies. This video from a smithy in Gravendal, Sweden shows a blacksmith using such a device even today. The hammer mill I built for my 13th century medieval malt mill shows off one of the industrial workhorses that powered medieval times and made civic life possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my page. Also, if you'd like to visit my medieval town build on Steam, the link's in the description. There you'll find more pictures, videos, and lots of information about this vibrant era. Thanks for watching!